Hey, what's poppin', y'all, man? You with the boy. You know what I'm saying? Spiffy Guy for 55, man. We back with some more video vibe. I want y'all to check this out, man. Before we get to this guy that I'm about to do right quick, I want to run down a list of all my favorite boxers right quick, hands down, man. If y'all got anybody that's better than them, I want y'all to drop it down in the comments, man. But check it out. We got, first of all, we got my boy, Jack Johnson, Henry Armstrong, Sam Langford, Sugar Ray Robinson, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Ray Leonard, Archie Moore, Floyd Mayweather. We got Marvelous Hagler, Pernell Whitaker, Larry Holmes, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Bernard Hopkins, Joe Frazier, Ike Williams, Michael Spinks, Roy Jones Jr., Thomas Hearns, Lennox Lewis, Oscar De La Hoya, Shane Mosley, Sonny Liston, Floyd Patterson, Felix Trinidad, Devin Haney, Javante Davis, Jerron Boots Ennis, both Charlo brothers, Shakur Stevenson, Cormel Moulton, Connor Benn, and Frank Martin, man. Them are my favorite boxers right there, you know what I'm saying? And I left off a couple of them, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to give y'all a bird's eye view of who I be rolling with, who I patent myself after. You know what I mean? We finna get to this dude right here, man. This dude is a beast right here, man. This is Melvin Manhoef, the new dude, man. He should come out right now, dog, and challenge everybody. And then I also want to say, too, because he used to be a YouTuber, and I support all YouTubers. And then as a boxer, you know what I'm saying, I became a fan. But you know what I'm saying, I got my boy right now, Jake Paul and Paul Logan. I salute them for having the courage from being YouTubers, turned to boxers, to challenge everybody to show that they got it just as well as any great that we just named. We be right back. All right, y'all, we finna get with this dude, Melvin MMA Tyson, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call him. He's the MMA Tyson. You feel me? So we finna check him out right quick, man. And I look at it like this. I'm not scary. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But I ain't gonna get in the ring with dog. You know what I'm saying? Here we go.
It's the man from home. That's the story.
Good, let's hook down.
The list of Melvin Manhoef's nicknames speaks for itself.
Manhoef, that's his name. We got it now. All right.
No Mercy. Mini Tyson, the Dutch Beast. But one thing that talks the loudest is knockouts. Launching a professional career as a kickboxer in the mid-90s, the natural middleweight destroyed K1 giants no matter the size. Alongside big gloves, he put up no less stellar performances on the canvas of mixed fights. Living up to his status of a ferocious puncher, the Dutchman with Surinamese roots has become the idol for many generations of fans. Let's go over his historical MMA scraps, the true masterpieces of combat agony.
All I can say is, look at that nigga, man. That nigga yoked up, homie. Hey, I had to shoot blood on everything I love. That's all I got to say about that one. I promise you, I had to pop him. I'm not scary, but I want to get my little neck, man. Look at my little arms. Look at that nigga right there, man. Man, come on, man, I'll pop him. Let's go.
Melvin was born in May of 1976 in Suriname on the Atlantic coast of South America. His parents, who emigrated to the Netherlands, groomed him for a soccer career. Nevertheless, once Manhoef discovered the art of Thai boxing, he chose the way of the warrior. Despite being always inclined to pugilism on the feet, it is MMA where the 19-year-old Melvin made his professional debut. In December 1995, he locked horns with Jordi Yonkers. With no gloves and only palm strikes allowed, thanks to the old-school rules, Manhoef handled his opponent with ease. beatdown was over in the 9th minute.
Kind of nice, though. Nice like that, though. Inside the knee.
Following the successful start in MMA, the Merciless moved into kickboxing, where he spent 4 years practicing his furious windmilling techniques. In the year of 1999, Melvin returned to MMA for a duel with Rodney Glunder. The no-holds-barred bout featured a lot of crazy back-and-forth action. By the end of round 2, Melvin began to run out of gas.
He tried to rock'em, sock'em, roll bottom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know nothing about that cartoon. Not unless you my age. You know what I'm saying? Rock'em, sock'em, man. It was red and blue robots. You know what I'm saying? On the real, man. Hey, dog right here is a hog.
With his strength dwindling, the Merciless was unable to resist takedowns, which cost him dearly. Glunder was lucky to get away with a draw, and Manhoef went on a campaign for pain. Once the basic wrestling skills were in place, it was time for his opponents to suffer. They wouldn't last for long, falling into unconsciousness. The trademark pre-fight ritual, which many found disrespectful, also helped Melvin to intimidate his adversaries, and it worked.
About watching. Good left hook there. Oh, what a punch!
Persisting to compete in the openweight division, Melvin viciously slammed heavy opponents head first into the canvas.
Molnára znovu tvrdý pravý hák na bradu, pokusil ještě zasadit poslední úder a inkasoval pravý hák, který jej definitivně...
But the extravaganza of epic wins could not last forever. It was Bob Schreiber who became a showstopper for Manhoef. The European kickboxing champion was respected all over the world for his explosive right hand. He was also known by the moniker of Dirty Bob and was hated for his constantly loose interpretation of the rules. Melvin took an instant dislike to his counterpart. The Merciless went from chill to kill fast and dropped it like it's hot.
Really showing that he means business. Circling around the veteran. And they're down. They're it looks like no 8 counts.
Continuing to punish his enemy, Manhoef added healthy doses of punches and kicks for good measure.
Fast fury of Manhoef now going full out. Problems there for Bob Schreiber, who is on the receiving end of kicks and punches.
But Dirty Bob spat out his mouthguard in the nick of time and got a life-saving breather.
He was faster, he was more explosive.
The pause in the midst of the barrage allowed Schreiber to pull himself together and to secure a much-needed takedown.
Fight. That's maybe a possibility. Throwing him to the floor, and now we can use it.
On the horizontal plane, it was big weight difference that came into play and decided the fate of the scuffle.
I think there's a big problem there. It's out. It's over.
Melvin finally came to the painful realization that even such a knockout machine as himself should not compete with huge dump trucks who are allowed to wrestle.
That's why on Everything I Love, they have different fighters fighting the fighters in the same weight class, man. You can't be fighting those super big dudes, man. Now, even though Dog is a knockout king, he fought he faced the bigger dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I grew up watching Rocky. Every time Rocky was losing, I used to get mad at him up. Okay. And when Rocky started coming back, it's like everybody kind of got happy if he was a Rocky fan. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if he was fighting Mr. T, Apollo, whatever. I still was rooting for Rocky. That's crazy, but I was rooting for Rocky because the name of the fucking movie was Rocky. So I'm rooting for Dog. And it was a real Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano. You know what I mean? Hey, man, learn how to fight, y'all. You know what I mean? I know how to fight. I'm not real big, but I know how to fight real good. That's all I can say about that one.
I was very upset.
Actively juggling kickboxing and mixed martial arts, Manhoef completed the first decade of his career in the MMA with a portfolio of 6 wins and 2 losses. But this was just a prologue to future conquests.
And the nigga know the arts though, but I gotta get my knees back right though. But I know the arts though, too, though. You know what I'm saying? I stopped at a cool, nice little purple belt, Kempo Karate, Steve Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Donnie Williams, Robert Temple, you know what I'm saying, was our teachers, man. You know what I mean?
Good left.
In 2005, the Merciless gave up his ambitions and settled for the light heavyweight division. His fresh start took place in Cage Rage to the accompaniment of fireworks.
The knee following up. It's a huge flurry. Oh, he's in trouble.
The ensuing campaign for the title ended in September. The Brazilian Fabio Piemonte got on the receiving end of a slaughter, and even his much vaunted BJJ turned out to be useless.
Looking for a takedown, single leg does well.
After returning to vertical combat, Melvin rushed to the opponent and gave him a great chin spinner.
He's bleeding, but you're right, he's taking them. There's the fireworks, the gun. He's out as well. It is a knockout.
The entire altercation ended in just a matter of 51 seconds, with Piemonte remaining and his mouthpiece flying away.
Honestly, I think he would have beat up Tyson, or he could beat him. I mean, well, I know he beat him up now because the dog older, but even in his prime, you know what I'm saying?
Now the whole of Europe knew that the real dynamite also comes in small packages. For the victory, he got the belt, with its first defense scheduled for February of 2006. Evangelista Santos flew from Brazil to challenge Manhoef. With his distinctive ultra-violent style, the Brazilian, dubbed as Cyborg, was a perfect matchup for the all-out war with the Merciless.
Hey, wait, my bad, y'all, for stopping it. I just like to interact with. I love boxing. I swear, karate, you all that. But one thing about it, though, MMA, UFC, all that shit right there, that's all fair game right there. Because what it is, when people fight, they basically depend strictly on their hands. You know what I'm saying? And when you use your hands excessively, you can break your wrist. You know what I'm saying? So I must let y'all know straight up, though, for those that don't know. You know what I'm saying? When you're on your hand right here, when you make a fist, you got knuckles on the back. That's why they call it backhand. You know what I'm saying? Reverse punch. You know what I'm saying? I know that shit. I know all that shit. The overhead, the block at the top, all that shit. Like sharp. Like I grew up watching Bruce Lee, Jim Kelly, and all that shit. But on the real, stop always depending just on the fist. You know what I'm saying? You can use the backhand. You can use like the front hand. Bow. You know what I'm saying? You got elbows. Bow. You supposed to use them shits. You got knees. I can't use my knees, but you know what I mean? You got knees, though. I can still kick the shit out somebody's chin with my beat up knees, though. I bet you that. Because my knee is harder than any human on earth chin. I promise you that. I promise. Any human. Just let me just hold your head and hit under your chin with my knee. Any human. Even blood. But we finna get back to the thing right quick. Let's go.
What happened next by far exceeded the wildest of expectations. At first, there was an exchange of jabs. Then the rivals got high on adrenaline in their veins, and things took a nasty turn.
They're gonna start trading now. Here we go, folks.
Melvin, without further ado, began to take aim with his signature left hook.
Left hook Cyborg blocked the right.
There's
that left hook by Manhoef. Manhoef got him up against the fence now.
Cyborg has to watch that right hand.
Having gotten into the swing of things, he unleashed his favorite multi-level attack.
Good shot to the body.
A good headshot followed by a low leg kick. Combinations.
Soon the keen bruisers bit their mouth guards and went into an old-school fisticuff.
Body again, ducking under.
Combinations of strikes. Both guys are not hitting this. This is unreal.
Taking hits in bulk, like wholesale was cheaper, the fighters did not even think about giving up.
Cyborg on the ropes.
At the end of the round, the Brazilian remembered his native jiu-jitsu and scored a saving takedown. Over the next lap, Cyborg used a clinch, but it was pretty much to no avail. Santos's arms were getting heavy, as were the punches of the pressuring Manhoef.
Beautiful combinations.
The Brazilian survived and landed a couple of lefters.
Melvin got him again with the right hand. Melvin coming forward, son.
It was Cyborg's time to get the second wind and try to turn the tide.
To be honest, Rob, I think he's playing the game here. I think Cyborg is trying to outsight Melvin.
Now Melvin could barely stand on his stiff legs.
My uncle said, when you hit a nigga in the chin, their body is gonna fall.
Down here, Melvin. Melvin's on the verge of going down here.
When they were halfway through the battle, it was easier for both of them to take blows rather than raise their hands.
Cyborg almost out of gas.
But the Merciless knew how to shoot from the hip and suddenly activated the God of War mode.
This is
Boom,
unbelievable.
I thought I figured
Look at this crowd.
Finally, in the 9th minute, the explosive chemistry accumulated and resulted in a detonation.
Melvin with a big left, and a right, and a left, and a right. He sinks Cyborg. Cyborg's unbelievable.
Now, another thing. When you fall on the ground, a lot of people always get wailed on. Boom, 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 boom. So the person that's on the ground, why do you let people just do that shit? You know what I'm saying? Because you're able to punch upward. So you're supposed to just block, bang, bang, boom, boom. You're supposed to do the same thing upward. I know how to do the shit real good. That's why I'm speaking on it. Because I be seeing people just getting like, pow, 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 and they not hitting back upward. You got to hit upward when you fall. If you fall, somebody rush you, you use your feet to, boom, kick them off of you. I'm telling you, man. Hey, I done been in a situation now. I'm going to tell you. Now, I've been to the dentist. I got every one of my teeth except this one that fell out by itself. You know what I'm saying? Fell out by itself. You don't see no lacerations, no black eye rings or nothing on a 55-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? No cut, nothing, nowhere. The only time I'm going to get cut is when they cut me to do surgery or whatever. No bruises from fights. No one man, I didn't get beat up, in other words. When I did get beat up, I got jumped on everything I love. No cap, I promise y'all. That's real. And don't nobody be wanting to just slap box with a nigga. I just be like, let's slap box. Niggas don't even want to do that because I'll be like, bah, bah. You know what I'm saying? Bah, bah. You know what I'm saying? Just so I'm sitting right here and just, you know what I mean? Bah. Just, I catch a nigga slipping at 55. You will be like, I'll beat that old man ass. No, the fuck you won't.
That evening, there was the greatest battle in Europe and perhaps the world's MMA.
Then when
a benchmark clash to showcase the superiority of character over technique and common sense.
With a big left, and a right, and a left, and a right.
For 29-year-old Manhoef, that victory was a long-awaited ticket to the top league.
Champion of the world!
Come on, man. Feel me. Come on.
Before
man.
the inevitable move to the Mecca of martial arts, which at the time was considered to be Japan, he defended his title for the last time. The challenger was Ian Freeman, a famous UFC veteran with tons of experience. The contender lasted nearly 17 fatal seconds.
And then you block all they shit, and then you don't worry about getting hit. Look. See, look, he just sent it
in passing, Melvin also put in an appearance at K1 to face off with Tatsufumi Tomihira. In the beginning of the bout, the Japanese man was trying to demonstrate his samurai spirit. But was knocked down by the very first targeted combination to the head.
Ball kick to the stomach.
Tomihira managed to regain his stance, though in less than a minute, he eventually collapsed.
So that's been the story. You see those right hands on, another right combination gets in, nice left right combination. Tomihira goes down once again.
Having run out of work in Europe, Manhoef left for Japan to expand his market.
Hey, dog.
Upon notching up 5 consecutive kills in MMA and celebrating his 30th birthday, Manhoef realized that he was ready for a big show, slated for August of 2006. With 14 wins and 2 losses, Melvin took part in the Heroes Light Heavyweight Grand Prix 2006. In the quarterfinals, a member of the Gracie family had to fly around the ring. The descendant of the Brazilian clan was not going to test his chin and would just drop on the canvas from the slightest wind of the arena. Melvin, living up to his reputation, dropped the Mr. Nice Guy.
I just made a synopsis for Bolo. It's like break one, lose one. You know what I'm saying? In boxing, you break one, lose one. Something, I'm telling you, though, that's what Bolo mean. That nigga throwing bolos at him, dog. He trying to throw hammers. I'm telling you.
And ruthlessly finished off the helpless grappler on the floor.
Can't hit him in the back of the head.
In the semifinals, the Japanese man entered the ring. At this juncture, things started to pick up for the Merciless. On that same night, the final took place, where Manhoef met with an Asian TV star, Yoshihiro Akiyama. Contrary to what his darling nickname suggests, Sexy Yama overwhelmed opponents not with his love, but with judo, and a naturally devastating punch. However, being within an inch of the world title, the Predator showed no regard for the status of his prey and started hunting for its head. For half a minute, the Japanese skillfully absorbed blows with his judogi until he managed to take down the Dutch beast. Melvin was lucky enough to quickly regain his feet, but trying to cosplay a wrestler with an experienced judoka turned out to be a dangerous job for him. The accolade of the Grand Prix title went to Sexy Yama.
That was some shit right there. See, now karate, you got different extra advantages, though. He almost got dog. You know what I'm saying? But he know how to do them extra little moves to get you tied up. And once, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all, do another thing. When you fighting, a lot of people jaws and shit is hard. You feel me? So the things you got to, because on the back of my door when I was younger, when I was like really, really fluent in karate or whatever, I had like a chart. You know what I'm saying? It was on the back of my door. And it showed all the pressure points, everywhere where you can hurt somebody at. And I studied that shit. So therefore, only reason why I'm saying that, because it's like you always try to hit somebody in their head may be harder than your hand. You can break your shit. So therefore, when you aiming at people, you got to, like me, when I'm aiming for somebody's face or whatever, I stick the knuckle out. I trained myself how to immediately, like when I get by the eye, stick the knuckle out so I can puncture the eyeball. Because you can hit this and that and give them a black eye, but when you stick this out, you punching the eyeball. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do it right on impact. Boom! Like as soon as I get by the eye, you slap somebody in the ear, they gonna grab them shits. You feel me? You hit somebody in that apple, done. You feel me? You already know to kick somebody in the balls, the girls or whatever. But for the dudes, it's Adam's apple, eyes and ears. And can't nobody else do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Eyes and ears.
But Manhoef did not lose his playful mood, even in defeat.
That's what's up. He gave him love, though.
The loss that diluted his 10-win streak did not change Melvin's plans for 2007. Yoshiki Takahashi, who confronted Manhoef in March, was considered one of the best Japanese pugilists. Yoshiki managed to show off his skills to the guest. But after prefacing with a kick, Manhoef beat the boxer at his own game before he knew it. In the summer, the Dutchman came back to the ring wearing a fancy collar. This time, Melvin was matched with a fellow striker.
What dog saying, Rocky nigga? Throw the damn towel!
Who packed a punch not inferior to that of Manhoef.
Really swinging for the fences.
His hair fell. Oh, and there's the Rocky.
In the ring, the two Gaijins did not take their time and staged a showdown. The Merciless notched up a knockdown. And then he completed the mission. In the third minute, Melvin kindly horizontalized his adversary so that he could enjoy the limelight lying on his back.
So quickness and power is the key. Quickness and power. Because you can have a lot of power, slow as shit, and somebody quick like me could get to your eyeball with that knuckle and be like, you'll swing outward, and I'll be like, bah! That to take the two good ones in the, you know what I mean? On the rear. If you swing inward, my job is to go like to the side, you know what I'm saying, with this knuckle, because you got knuckles over here too. So you don't have to use your fist. You can use these knuckles. To the side of the ear. Like, I'm trying to train y'all from a distance. Let's go. Spiffy guy for 55, though.
Nevertheless, in his June battle with Ruslan Karayev, with whom Manhoef previously had an altercation, the Dutch Beast was not going to show kindness. It took the Merciless just 31 seconds to settle the old scores with his nemesis.
The man from Holland.
That's for sure.
Oh, we're talking tagged him! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! It's good night, Irene!
A left hook suddenly overtook the lethargic Karayev, and the Russian caved in.
The man from Holland.
That's for sure.
Drago.
Melvin had no intention of decelerating in MMA either. In less than a year, 3 more opponents went down for the count.
Knee to the head. It's over. That's it. Manhoef.
Of the stars they were seeing. In the summer of 2008, Manhoef already had a track record of 21 wins and 4 losses, including 20 victories by way of knockout.
See, dog not punching back.
After signing a contract with the brand new Dream promotion, Melvin immediately joined the Grand Prix as a middleweight. In the quarterfinals, his opponent was none other than Sakuraba, credited with putting Pride FC on the map. The Japanese man was already an all-time legend with emeritus status. His ability to work wonders on the canvas was beyond even the slightest doubt. A small costume performance staged by Sakuraba when coming out to the ring turned out to be ominously prophetic for him. The loaded for bear Manhoef pussyfooted at first, but a head kick coupled with a punch heralded an early finale. Thinking on his feet, Melvin scored a cheeky shot and brutally
oh man, hold on. That nigga snatched his leg and man.
Track record of 21 wins and 4 losses, including 20 victories by way of knockout.
That's right here, it's coming up.
After signing a contract with the brand new Dream promotion, Melvin immediately joined the Grand Prix as a middleweight. In the quarterfinals, his opponent was none other than Sakuraba, credited with putting Pride FC on the map. The Japanese man was already an all-time legend with emeritus status. His ability to work wonders on the canvas was beyond even the slightest doubt. A small costume performance staged by Sakuraba when coming out to the ring turned out to be ominously prophetic for him. The loaded for bear Manhoef pussyfooted at first, but a head kick coupled with a punch heralded an early finale. Thinking on his feet, Melvin scored a cheeky shot and brutally executed the Pride Pioneer with no regard for his status. Having taken a perfect combination of blows, the samurai tried to cling to his consciousness that was inexorably fading away. But he didn't last long. Manhoef became a star overnight. Melvin's winning streak was interrupted at the Grand Prix semi-final against Gegard Mousasi. The bout was marked with a slam performed by the Dutchman for starters.
And he's got to slam in as hard as he can. Look at the power of Manhoef. He should stay there. No, slam him down. Don't slam him down. That's dangerous.
He did as Mousasi tries to
it's
put
over.
it in.
See? He shouldn't have done that. He should have kept him there.
And he does.
Although Manhoef lost, yet again revealing his weakness on the ground, he was going to hit the double jackpot soon. Missing kickboxing, in early December 2008, Manhoef made an appearance in K1. Before the matchup, the 235-pound Paul Slavinsky trash-talked Melvin, to which the Beast reacted calmly and said nothing aggressive in turn.
See, I'm only 174. See, 230, 250. I can't, you know what I'm saying? I'll pop you. Let's go.
But in the ring, his fist spoke volumes to that effect. Ramming the Polish powerhouse into the corner was merely a formality.
Одиночный удар, и все, все. Отгоните его.
If he dies.
Уведите прочь.
As a result of the first knockdown, Slavinsky regretted his words. After the second one, he got dumbstruck for a moment.
Все, все. Отгоните его.
The memory of disrespect was still fresh when Manhoef was offered a New Year's Eve gala with Mark Hunt. The Dutchman did not relish the prospect of taking on a super heavyweight in MMA. But his manager dared the hesitant Melvin to tackle Mark despite his size, asking Manhoef what he would do outside the ring if he caught Hunt harassing some girl in a bar in his presence. So, this is a story about how the hairy virgin chin of Hunt was deflowered in just 18 seconds.
To all my little dudes, that's a perfect example to let y'all know you're able to beat up somebody big, though, for real, though. You gotta not get hit, have enough strength in you to do your job, and man, on everything I love. You know what I mean? That lets you know that you can beat up somebody tall and big, man. Look at that. Boom. Look, big, look. Boom.
The New Year's spectacle with the K1 champion of 2001 ended in a resounding success.
The big ass.
The year of 2009 was predominated by kickboxing for Melvin. In MMA, the Merciless appeared only twice. In July, he took on former WEC champion Paulo Filho, who boasted the next-to-perfect record of 16 wins and only 1 loss. Early on in the battle, to the surprise of many, Manhoef easily blocked a takedown and immediately upped the offense.
Body.
He's unloading the heavy arms. 1, 2.
Oh, he hurt him.
Body shot. Filho in a whole lot of trouble.
His way. I mean, he's doing a good job.
But the assault was not brief enough, and it cost the Dutchman his verticality. Being one of the best grapplers in MMA, Paulo did not miss his chance on the canvas. Late in the year, Melvin got an invitation to the New Year's Eve show. Winning for Manhoef was a must. True to form, he warmed up the Japanese audience while making his way to the ring, and then started a perfect storm in 2 minutes.
For almost 2 minutes. Super intensity.
From now on, that's how you rush somebody immediately. Don't even play. If a nigga, y'all getting into an altercation, it's like as soon as you put your guards up, go. You charge somebody like a football player. If the shot come in and you get hit, you supposed to. You fight. I'm telling you, man. Look, if he would have took the bodies right there.
Melvin drove home his lefter 3 times, rendering the retreating Japanese man unable to stand on his feet. With this victory, the 33-year-old Melvin marked the anniversary of his fighting career in MMA. For 15 years, blows would constantly whiz overhead. But the 23 knockouts in 24 victorious bouts suggested that Manhoef meant business. With his eyes fixed on the West, the Merciless made the last leap of fate. His debut in the US promotion Strikeforce took place a month later. When he faced off against Robbie Lawler, the sound combat potential of the Ruthless was amplified by his shocking fist.
Don't hit him again.
January 2010 was marked by a one-act drama. On the outset, the American preferred to retreat, and Melvin's heavy leg game came into play before long. When his victory seemed like a done deal, Manhoef suddenly found himself on the receiving end of a thunderous knockout.
Possibly beginning to limp down again. Manhoef continues overhead.
The failed qualification in Strikeforce portended a lengthy losing streak and turning point in his career. Failures will haunt the Merciless for another 2 years, depriving him of the intoxicating feeling of victory. Manhoef staged a triumphant comeback in ONE FC. Right from the get-go, Ryo Kawamura tried to confuse the Merciless with his behavior. But after giving Melvin a good feel of his painful touch,
Sent Melvin back a bit.
the Japanese gent only awakened the beast.
Expect. He did it. Oh, he did it again. Big right hand. Well, he did.
Hey, now the only thing I can say real quick, all dog losses came from somebody grabbing his arm or something, pinning him, and then it's like in a situation which in fighting there's no rules on the street. Real talk. However it go, that's how it go on the streets. But like in actual boxing, if he get into actual boxing, I think he'll like win all the fights. Real talk.
What he did just a minute earlier.
Kawamura was not lucky with the first trick, nor did Melvin fall for the second one. With his career loudly back on track, Manhoef made Dennis Kang finish his own. The hardened veteran with 15 years of hot experience was not afraid to get into a slugfest. But the Dutchman's knees were too sharp. After the bouncing blow with the single knee tossed Dennis into the air, Melvin sent his counterpart into well-deserved retirement. The final appearance in Asia took place in 2013, where Manhoef was remembered for his viral performance against Brock Larson.
Nice shot. Stuffed. Head kick by Manhoef.
In the cage, he tried his best to knock off work early without waiting for the scorecards. But too much time spent on the floor played against the Merciless and resulted in a disappointing verdict.
Deep enough, but does finish strong.
Well, there it is. And
However, the hilarious clip made a splash on the internet.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
Melvin was flooded with offers from the US, but as one for the road, he replayed the immortal classic with Evangelista Santos. As the collision in the cage showed, the cyborg's armor plates were not as strong as they used to be. Without standing on ceremony, Manhoef was done with Santos in 46 seconds. The MMA Premier League was next in line.
No mercy.
Hey, I'm a fan.
The 38-year-old Manhoef moved to Bellator in September 2014. In the main event, former title challenger Doug Marshall looked good on the poster. But in the ring, Melvin's writers were drop-dead gorgeous.
Do what he told us he wanted to do. Lateral movements. Oh, that's it. Manhoef looking to finish, and he does. Another.
It took him 2 minutes to do the job of packing the body into a plastic bag. A single blow sent the American into freefall. The trademark left hook did not come in handy. After 2 months, Melvin was challenged by a pure kickboxer, Joe Schilling, who hadn't fought in MMA for 6 years. During that period, he scooped up quite a collection of Thai boxing belts, as well as a prestigious Glory title.
The bell and round.
With little regard for Schilling's status, Melvin decided to pull no punches and let the American spiral off. Miraculously surviving the knockdown, Joe stalled the fight until the gong. In the second round, Manhoef tried to initiate a trip for his foe to the point of no return.
Wipeout for Melvin Manhoef, but here comes Joe Schilling. Eats another left hand. Oh my God! That is it! A one-punch knockout!
The Dutchman got carried away with finishing and paid the price for it. The perfect right hook earned Schilling the knockout of the year.
Another left hand. Oh my God!
In February 2015, Melvin pitted himself against the former Bellator champion, Alexander Shlemenko.
That's what oh, good left hand! That's
as the first 5 minutes comes to an end, and McDaniel turns.
At first, it seemed that Manhoef met his ideal match. But then, contrary to all expectations, Alexander immediately messed up Melvin's game plan with his probing back fists. It took Manhoef quite a while to adapt, and when he already thought that the W was in the pocket,
Dissimilar fashions.
Oh, it hurt him! That's it! Speaking of the knockout, and there it is!
I told you, that back knuckle, reverse punch. It's the back knuckle, reverse punch. Boom. But I teach y'all on here. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get back sharp my damn self though. I'm just you know, clowning real quick. But hey, this is inspiring me to get back in the gym, dog.
Go delivers!
a spinning back fist sent him into oblivion. No wonder Shlemenko is nicknamed the Storm.
Dissimilar fashions.
Oh, it hurt him! That's it!
Back.
Later that year, Melvin was given the last shot to run for the belt. The contender was Hisaki Kato, a no-namer prior to his shocking upset against Schilling. To warm things up for the match, Kato promised a massive slugfest. As a man of his word, he rushed headlong into the rumble.
Leads with the left kick. Trying to put pressure, Manhoef. That uppercut almost got through.
His right hands, he's hitting him over the top. Now Kato comes back.
Unhappy with the result, the Samurai initiated a second exchange.
Accurate shots from Kato.
After the first time, Manhoef scrambling, covering up.
In a bid to overwhelm Melvin, Kato pressed ahead.
They meant it.
As plummet by Melvin Manhoef, and it's over.
Man!
With a well-calibrated left hook, Manhoef added a new masterpiece for the fans' collection. He was given a chance only to try on the Bellator belt, but not to wear it at his 40th anniversary. In the title fight with Rafael Carvalho, Melvin was the only source of effective aggression. Yet, when the bout was over, the judges ruthlessly disappointed Manhoef by keeping his hand down.
And at his most disappointing performance in his first defense.
And still!
It was only when the Merciless entered his 5th decade that he started to drop speed. Continuing to perform in MMA from time to time, Manhoef decided to appear in the cage out of sheer love for the art.
He's in big trouble again!
He is still an active fighter with a record of 32 wins, including 29 by way of knockout and 15 losses. When Melvin is between jobs in the cage, he coaches in his gym in Holland and keeps his hands active outside the ring. For example, with poor robbers who failed to recognize the beast in March of 2022 and dearly paid for it. Today, Manhoef is 46. He is known well all over the world and is quite wealthy. But his main asset is parenthood. Melvin is the happy father of a son who has his dad's passion for kickboxing and inherited his notorious power punch. Despite such makings, the offspring decided not to follow in his parents' footsteps and chose soccer for a living instead.
Okay. That's what's up, man.
Melvin Manhoef spent 3 explosive decades on the powder keg by fighting in the fiery cage.
The right combination that mixes the body. A good headshot followed by a low leg kick. Combination.
Equally dividing himself between MMA and kickboxing, he has staged more than 100 performances during all these long years in the blood and sweat industry.
Одиночный удар, и все.
Although the Merciless failed to grab the belts of the largest organizations, he never left the audience ice cold by knocking his opponents out cold with the incredible ratio of 91%. When the years of nostalgia come, Manhoef will definitely have something to reminisce about.
Good level.
Melvin with a big left, and a right, and a left, and a right. Not good.
If you liked the video and want to see another one about Melvin's career in kickboxing, punch that like button, subscribe to our channel, and vote for sport.
Good kick again. Oh, he's chasing him. Oh.
Hey, man. Hey, look. I came up with a good thing, man. Hey, Jake Paul, or his brother, Paul Logan. There it is right there, my G's. You feel me? There it is right there. Y'all been calling out people, dog. Call out Melvin Manhoef. Call him out, man. You called out Mike Tyson at 56, dog 46. Call him out, man. Hey, I challenge you, man. You know what I'm saying? I challenge you. I ain't betting you. I challenge you. Paul Logan, Jake Paul. I want to see y'all like call dog and fight him, man. Hey, go on and do it, man. We finna get up out of here and we're gonna end it off by letting y'all see whatever extra highlights. But hey, that's my thing to y'all. That's my thumbnail. That's my title. Jake Paul and Paul Logan. This is y'all fight right here. That's the thing. Let's get up out of here. Watch this.
Hi. Respect.
MMA or boxing. Since y'all like wrestling and shit. There it is. MC Doc, Spiffy God for 55. It's challenging you guys. Oh, man. Come on, Jake Paul. Hey. I don't think, man. Call him out, man. I want to see that shit. I'll pay to see that.